That's what I look at this. The first thing I think of. Like, here comes the music.
Here comes
and then
the
there's
music,
flashy
flashing stuff on there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at Tim Chizmar.
Oh, hey, it's me. Are we recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
Oh.
Alright, this is not much of a review right here. This is a movie, we're talking about a movie that came out like a year ago.
What am I? What am I? Shark, shark, shark. Shark, shark, shark.
Wait, don't give away the plot, you know?
Shark.
I haven't seen this yet.
Shark.
Nope. I think that, okay.
I'm shark dizzy.
Alright, so like a year ago on the Sci-Fi Network, this movie that was so bad it's good, which was probably intentionally going to be so bad that they're just going to try and capitalize on this cult thing that's going on with other popular films that were probably made to be good, and then they became bad, and they were notorious for being bad, and they were so much loved. And again, you know, you don't have to be a bad movie to be a cult movie. You can be any kind of cult, but this is I guess you could call this a so-called cult film.
Unsharking believable.
Oh my gosh. But you know, we saw it because I haven't seen the movie yet. I mean, I've seen reviews about the film, but I haven't seen the movie. I know that it got released for one night a year ago, but I didn't have a chance to go see it. And I really, honestly, never really wanted to see this movie because it was just one of those movies where it's like, it's intentionally bad. It's not like it's not like heart and soul went into this movie. There's no passion that went into this film.
I didn't see that.
So what a great opportunity to go see the guys who helped create Mystery Science Theater 3000.
I love those guys. I love them.
Yeah, this is the best way to see a movie like this. It's called RiffTrax, of course. This is like, I think, my third or fourth time I've seen a RiffTrax, but I've always gone alone. So I've always tried to bring a friend along, and thank goodness, Tim came along with me, and we got to experience this together. And the talented guys, I don't remember what their names are.
Mike Nelson.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad you're here. That's why you're here. Go ahead.
Mike Nelson, Crow, and other robots.
Well, they're the real guys. I don't really remember their names, but I feel so bad. I guess
they're great. They're great.
They're awesome. They're so talented, and the work they do is amazing. Whether they're riffing on a movie that I really enjoy, like Starship Troopers, or something that I think is so bad it's good, like Plan 9 from Outer Space, or just something that's intentionally bad, like Sharknado. And they gave us some really great news before they start riffing the movie, is that a month from now, they're going to riff 1998's Godzilla. I'm very excited about that. Do you want to go?
The Ferris, well,
hopefully.
Possibly, yeah.
Go ahead.
The Ferris Bueller versus the Godzilla. And yeah, it's going to be great. I've seen 2 of these RiffTrax. Well, I've bought DVDs that have RiffTrax commentary, so I don't know if that counts.
Have you seen one live before like this?
In the theater, I've seen 2. I can only remember one. I remember it was Night of the Living Dead. I saw that one.
Yeah.
And then I saw another one. I don't know if it was Mars Conquers the... I know I saw another one.
It wasn't Santa Claus Conquers or
maybe.
That's like the last one I saw, which was last year. But of course,
they're great. They're great.
Yeah. This honestly, I would let you just note that this was recorded live back, I think, on Friday or Saturday. Thursday. It was Thursday.
Yeah.
So we got to see the second showing of the film. So it wasn't live again, but of course they recorded it live, and anyway, it doesn't really matter, but I just want to point out that we saw the second time.
And I ran into a celebrity. You know, the funny thing is, being in California, the whole term celebrity gets blurred because you know some of these guys. And then one day it's like, oh, now I'm a celebrity. It's like, weren't you the same guy who was...
Yeah, it's nothing to do with the Sharknado that we're talking about, but actually right over here at this theater, they're kind of premiering the Fluffy movie, which is... Gabriel Iglesias?
Yes.
Thank you.
Gabriel Iglesias. He was there hanging out.
Yeah, he's hanging out taking pictures.
Yeah, he and I used to work together in comedy clubs, so I went over and said, how do you do? And talked a little while, yeah.
Yeah, so that was kind of random.
It was a blast. Are you going to review this
I hope to see that movie. Actually, as I told you, I've never really heard his comedy before, so this will be all new. I'll be definitely going in completely blind when his movie gets released July 25th.
He tells a lot of stories.
Yeah, so that's cool. I like storytelling.
Yeah. Well, this movie, let me tell you something. I am so glad that we watched Sharknado like this, because if we hadn't watched it with the RiffTrax, I probably never would have watched it.
Yeah, I think there were probably 5 or 6 moments in the film that were funny because it was the movie. The majority of this movie, I would say 95% of the time, was funny because of those guys talking and riffing it the whole time.
I just felt like they didn't know what they were doing. Like, if you could separate the RiffTrax from the movie itself was so bad. I can't believe it was so... I don't even know how it was so bad that people enjoyed it. To me, it's just bad, period. I feel like there's no idea what the story...
Because there's no... I mean, it's Asylum.
Yeah.
It's, I understand Hollywood, it's all about money, but at least... every once in a while, the majority of the time, you're going to get heart, soul, passion in a project.
Yeah.
You know, once in a while you get Hollywood just making money, you know, on a big idea just to make money. But most of the films that come out of Hollywood, most of them, not all of them, of course, have heart, passion. There's someone behind it that really believes in it. And if crap comes out, crap comes out. But at least you know that there was somebody caring making this movie. When it comes to Asylum, they're notorious for taking a project. You know, there's a big movie that came out last year called Pacific Rim, and so like a month before that, in the video store, Atlantic Rim came out. So they're just really, they're just capitalized. They're really all just about money. They have no heart, there's no passion, there's no creativity with anything they do. I think that maybe Sharknado might be the closest, because Sharknado is technically a original idea.
Yeah,
technically.
I guess, yeah.
So
you know, the thing is, I can enjoy a bad movie if it comes from heart. There's like Thanksgiving, for example. If somebody's like, I got a great idea for a movie, a little killer turkey puppet goes around killing people. Well, I can appreciate that, but this is just schlock. It's you know, the damn movie stopped at one point, and they're like, I gotta save this busload of kids by rappelling down, and then the bus driver gets eaten. Like, what is that?
And I feel so sad for the people that are involved. I mean, they are at the bottom of their barrel of working, and they probably just, I guess they're just grateful to have a job and work on something. They'll work on anything. You know, Tara Reid, she looks so sad and depressing in that film. And of course, there's a movie coming out this soon on Sci-Fi called Sharknado 2, the second one. I mean, I don't personally get it. People enjoy this kind of stuff. I really honestly would only have seen this film if it's done by RiffTrax. I mean, I'm not going to watch Sharknado 2 anytime soon. If RiffTrax does that about a year from now, I will be there, I'll be in line, I'll be ready to get my ticket, because they're the reasons to see these kinds of films. I mean, there's no reason to watch these kind of movies.
Here's a good question. What is a movie that you would love to see RiffTrax tear into?
Well, I know that they've done, and I know we talked about this before the movie started, but I would love to see Twilight live. That's a dream, to see Twilight. That movie's so terrible and has such a huge following that I would just love them to tear it apart. And I know they've done it, I think, as a podcast or something, but it would be great to come one of these events and see it live and making fun of one of those big-time movies. That's what I would like to see. I'm excited about Godzilla. When they're making fun of 1998 Godzilla, I'm so excited about that. But
I'd love to see him tear into something I enjoy.
Yeah.
You know, for example, like The Crow or Dark City.
Oh, that would be tough. That would be so tough.
I know, that's why.
I mean, they did Night of the Living Dead, and that's considered a classic. So, there's anything is possible with these guys.
Yeah.
I mean, they did Starship Troopers a year ago, and I think that movie's good. And they had a good time ripping that thing apart, and I had a fun time listening to them, so. But with this one, you can just see that there's just no talent whatsoever. And we had to see a little teaser of the second one. It looks like just more of the same.
The stuff that they were poking
fun at. Except for Mark McGrath's going to be in it, so there you go.
Yeah.
Yay.
The stuff they were poking fun at, the bad editing and scenes from different places, it was horrible.
As a filmmaker, as a filmmaker, I'm not a filmmaker. I love film, and I've been a part of the filmmaking process. But as a filmmaker, what is your opinion about, like, I mean, at least Ed Wood had passion and love. I mean, his movies were terrible. You could see that he cared, he loved it, and he was trying his hardest. And the same thing you could say probably with The Room. I mean, it looks like people really tried their hardest to make a good movie, and it just came out garbage. And it's, to me, I would love to see them do The Room.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, The Room is so much fun.
Wow. I mean, it's already a joke in itself.
Yeah, I would love to see them do The Room. I mean, I've seen The Room a few times in the theater and been able to participate with the whole screaming and throwing spoons and stuff. But yeah, Sharknado is one of the worst things I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't even want to call it a movie. It's not a movie. It's just a.
I don't know how anybody could be proud of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's Asylum. What do you expect? They don't care about. They just care about money. All they do is they care about money and the stupidity of the audience. They just care about the stupidity of the audience. And I'm grateful that RiffTrax can capitalize on that. And I hope they made some money doing this. I don't want my hard-earned money going towards Sharknado. I want it to go towards RiffTrax so they can continue their just journey at what they do. I mean, they're extremely talented, and I just had a blast. I had the time of my life hanging out with Tim and watching this movie, because I would have never watched it any other way except for watching it with RiffTrax. So, but I was going to say, as a filmmaker, how do you feel about like the whole like stock footage every 5 seconds? Like that's just stock footage from probably one of the tragedies that happened in America at one time.
Well, you hit the nail on the head with there's no heart involved, there's no passion. It's really is just somebody's just throwing crap together. They don't care how it looks. They know that it's going to look bad and stupid.
Yeah.
And, but by the same token, okay, if you agree to it and you know that's how it's going to look, what are you hoping to get with the end result? Why would anybody give your movie the time of day if it's going to just look awful?
It's money, man. That's all it is. I mean, they're grateful that probably us nobodies, me I should talk about, nobody, just talking about it for 10 minutes. We've been talking about Sharknado for about 10 minutes. They're probably going to try and find a way to make money off my stupid little video that I'm doing right now. So
you're going to use a clip of this in Sharknado 2.
Yeah, Sharknado 2 or something. Like, you know, I don't know. I mean, I've seen some really amazing reviews from very popular critics and very popular comedians already on the internet. So I bet they're all loving it. They just sit back and go, look at all the more money we're going to make, and now we're going to make Sharknado 3, 4, 5, 6,
We
7,
should have
8.
turned your camera on Gabriel Iglesias and be like, have you seen Sharknado 2? MovieManCHAD reviews. See what he says.
But I have to say, this was an amazing night. Seeing it with RiffTrax and just laughing. It was a crowded house of people enjoying this movie. There were times where I lost it. And it's kind of sad because 2014, I've really only seen one comedy. They came together that was actually funny. But all the other comedies that I've seen this year in 2014, it's been a terrible year for comedy. So it's good to finally go to the theater and actually laugh. But I just laughed at the fact that the RiffTrax were actually making fun of this trash. I didn't actually laugh at the movie itself, except for like 5 or 6 times. There were some moments where dialogue was just so terrible.
Talk about knowing what's going to happen in the future. You know, every time somebody walked away from the group, I'm like, oh, they're going to die. And then they would say something like, I hate, I keep wanting to say dolphins. I hate sharks.
Yeah,
and
like this whole her motivation was that sharks like killed her grandpa. You missed that part because you went to go get something to drink. But sharks had killed, that's why she was mad at the sharks. The sharks had bit her because they had killed her grandpa. And then, you know, she's got this whole vendetta to get the sharks. You know, she has like a good reason, and then they go in the helicopter and they're dropping bombs, and dropping bombs into a tornado makes it disappear.
Yeah, and you can hang out in your helicopter right next to a tornado and not get sucked in.
I know these things are stupid. I mean, these things are stupid, and I think the filmmakers know that this stuff is stupid, but they just don't care. They're just like, we're gonna make lots of money. This is a stupid idea. It's gonna make tons of money.
The guy takes a chainsaw.
They have a sequel.
Jumps through a shark.
Say that.
Comes out of the shark.
One of the greatest endings ever. Go ahead.
Goes back into the shark to pull out a girl who had gotten swallowed by a shark earlier. Now, how did he know this was the same shark?
Yeah.
How did he not hit her with the chainsaw when he went through the shark?
Oh, Asylum, you are a bunch of freaking idiots. I hate Asylum. I think Asylum is just the worst thing ever. And if I was a filmmaker, I hope that I would have the same opinion, because a lot of work goes into making a movie. And even if I see a bad movie, I want to know that the filmmakers just had passion. They cared about the project. They believed in it. Whether it comes out good or not, that's you know, that happens. But you know, I feel like the guys who made Sharknado and all the movies that are made for Asylum, they just don't care. They just want you. They think America's stupid, or they think the world is stupid, and they're just going to buy into their trash. And of course, they're making money and they're very successful. So what can I say? So. Anything you just want to say, Tim?
I'm tempted to call that Gabriel Iglesias' phone number. Let's see if we get his voicemail live on your video chat. Because I think I have Gabriel's cell number, but I'm not sure. And I tried to text him earlier, but he didn't respond. We talked in person and everything was cool, but I'm just curious if I still have his number or not. So let's find out live on your thing. I'm gonna call Gabriel Iglesias, fluffy guy, and let's see what happens. This will be fun.
I believe you're doing this.
Yeah, I'm totally doing this. We'll see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Either a chubby Latino comic's going to answer, or it'll be a wrong number.
No one's going to answer.
I'm sorry, the person you are trying to reach has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Please try your call
that didn't work out.
Oh, that's a shame.
That's
sorry,
a shame.
sorry guys, I tried.
We tried.
I tried. That could have been a Hawaiian shirt wearing fluffy comedian.
Yeah. But it was a fun night, man. I had a good time. I'm glad you came along, bro. So
it was a pleasure. Anytime.
All right, let's stop this review and get on with our life. This wasn't a review. We're just talking about, we're vlogging about our experience tonight, and it was a lot of fun. If you're gonna have to see Sharknado, you got to see it with RiffTrax. It's the only way. All right, guys. Bye, everyone. Tim Chizmar, my good friend, filmmaker, actor, comedian.
Signed to a book deal with Omnium Gatherum. Go to their website, Omnium Gatherum Media. I'm an author. Woo! I'm writing a book, Big Tim's Guide to Sharknado.
Wow, all right. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Twitter and I'm on Facebook. Please go to WeLiveFilm.com and subscribe right here on YouTube to We Live Film. Also go to Long Beach Acting and Film Association right here on Facebook and Twitter. Please also go to MoviePilot.com. And if you've enjoyed this video somehow, please subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. It's been a fun night, and that's it.
Sharknado!
Oh, and scene, cut. On to the next one, man.